Okay.
Today I'd like to tell you a true story about a friend of mine. Evangeline was always willing to give a helping hand and to give others a chance. She was active at Highland Mountain Correctional Center, where she worked with a book club and helped the women try to make better choices in their lives. She developed a Girl Scouts Behind Bars program where the women who were incarcerated could have fun, creative activities with their daughters. She was active in women's groups that helped women, first with the Anchorage Women's Club, and then with Hobie, the Hugh O'Brien youth leadership program that was held in Anchorage for several years. Then with her sorority, Beta Sigma Phi, and with the Zonta Club of Anchorage. She was a beautiful woman, but even with all of her very worthwhile activities, she held within her a very dark secret. She was being mentally and verbally abused at home by her husband, who was very controlling. Over almost 30 years of marriage, he had gradually instilled in her a feeling of inadequacy and worthlessness. She loved to cook and made wonderful meals and to keep a nice home where other people felt welcomed. But he could always find something wrong with everything she did. Sometimes it was very subtle. If they were going to be with others, he would set her up to try to make them think something was wrong with her. He would start early in the day before meeting with their friends by establishing a trigger word that resulted in Evangeline either dissolving into tears or dropping out of the conversation when she heard the word, because it had developed a meaning for her. He would then make comments to their friends or family that he didn't know what was wrong with her or why she was acting that way. He would set her up to think she was losing her mind. And she never was able to tell anyone the whole story. She would state only part of the story and then make excuses for herself and for him. Evangeline was typical of so many women who are being emotionally abused. There were attempts to isolate her from other people who could have helped, and she had a very clear message that what happened between husband and wife stayed in the home. It was never discussed with others. Yes, there are things in a marriage that you do keep quiet about, but you should always tell the truth. Do not fabricate stories to try to excuse behavior. If somebody says to you, "You seem upset," tell them why you're feeling that way. Find someone to really talk with, a counselor or a trusted friend, and let them know how you're feeling. Keep yourself safe when the relationship is dissolving and afterward, because that is the most dangerous time, and too often that period of time ends in violence. Evangeline's story is really very long, but it ended on November 19th, 2004, when her ex-husband realized that he had lost control and he killed her. Evangeline's husband had moved out of the house over a year previously, but after the divorce settlement, he went to the house and, after taunting her, chased her down with a pistol and shot her in the back of the head as she was trying to escape the house. I was there after almost being killed myself, and I witnessed my good friend being killed. Domestic violence transcends all socioeconomic groups, and all age groups. We were in our 70s. That's an age where you think you have your life stable without any drama in it. The Zonta Club of Anchorage had a clothesline project where women were making t-shirts that depicted what had happened to them. And the Zonta Club of Anchorage made this t-shirt to honor Evangeline's memory and make a statement that domestic violence affects many more women than most people think.